Hi there, I'm Kev Wilmot from Total Course Fishing. Today I'm joined by Rob Wootton from Middy. Now Rob's here to talk us through the great new product from Middy. It's called the Star Grip system, and I know that it can be used on boxes, but I also have heard, Rob, that this is an attachment system that you can put on pleasure anglers and specimen anglers chairs as well. Can you just talk me through it and show me how it works?
Well, of course I can, Kev. This system is a brilliant system. It can be used, like you say, on chairs. I know that it will fit probably 80-90% of chairs now on the market. Any chair that's got 25mm round legs. It's a simple system to use. Comes in a pack, as you can see. Comes with, you've got your arm here, that's your main arm, then 4 connector blocks. They're the blocks that are going to fit on the chair and also house some of the attachments.
Right, so how do you actually get these onto the chair? Because that's quite an important thing. They need to be steady and solid once they're on, don't they?
Yeah, of course they do. Right. First things first, obviously take everything out of the packet. There you go, you've got your block. Now, obviously, in the form at the minute, because they're so strong, as they are at the moment, and you need that strength, so obviously all your attachments stay rigid.
Once they're on?
Once they're on.
Getting it on.
Getting them on. What we're going to do, heat them up into boiling water.
Okay.
Pop the kettle on, put them in boiling water, 20-30 seconds, everything will become a lot softer. Yeah. Temporarily, it will just become a lot softer. You'll be able to open that out, put them on.
So clearly, you do this at home before you
do this at home.
Once they're on, they're on.
Yeah,
you
once
never need to take them off.
They're on. You don't need to take them off, and obviously the strength is there because the plastic is so rigid.
Yeah. Okay, Rob, we've got 2 of the brackets on the chair legs here. Now, there's a multitude of things that you can attach to them. Just talk us through a few of them.
There's loads of accessories, Kev. Loads of accessories available. Obviously, you get your main arm in the pack.
You get one of those, don't you?
One of these in the pack.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is use one of the other brackets, place that inside, locks in. We're going to tighten that up just loosely for now, and then place that onto the arm. Slides on ever so easy.
I like the way that clicked firmly into place. You feel that's going to be strong, sturdy,
It clicks
reliable.
positively into place. That's the main thing. Obviously, see, that's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Now,
that is, yeah.
Obviously, a lot of guys, they like to use a rod rest. The rod rest will go in there. This is actually the long feeder arm that you get separately. And then, this is the beauty of the system. Say I'm fishing on a river for barbel. I can alter the system so rod's high up in the air.
Yeah.
Say feeder fishing for carp on maybe a still water. I can click the system around, get the rod rest a lot lower so the rod tip's lower to the water. I can even have the rod tip underneath the water.
What I like about this is you can do all of this without having to take anything off.
No, that's it. That's simple.
You can also actually revolve it, can't you? If you want.
You could bring this round and have the rod rest to the side, and obviously just by altering those 2 places, everything pivots. So you can get the system exactly how you want. You know, quite a few of these systems, it's a set way to how you have something. Now you can have something exactly how you want it. There's a lot of people who have maybe been thinking, oh, only if. I wish I had a system that could do this or do that. I could fish at this angle. Not everyone's the same. So obviously this system gives them those benefits.
So easy. So that's with the rod rest.
That's with a rod rest. Now, let's just put that to the side. There's loads of other things that you can get with this system. Obviously there's a side tray. These are all things that you buy separately. A side tray. Chair anglers for years, they've been bending down, picking up the bait from the floor. No one wants to do that. Now, at last, there's a side tray. Now, the problem that everyone has had with chairs, quite often the legs are sloping. They're not at a right angle. But obviously with this system, that doesn't matter. So we can still get the bait weight to sit flat because we can get everything.
Using the Star Grip system, it just clicks into place at whatever angle you want.
We can get it to sit at whatever angle you want. Obviously, utilising that system again, we can maybe take the feeder arm out. Put it back in. We can maybe take the feeder arm out and put a short keep net arm in.
And of course, 4 brackets are supplied, so all this can take place on the other side.
All this can take place on the other side.
If you're buying one side, rod rest the other side.
Obviously, you don't get a full system in the starter pack, but quite a few guys have been buying all the accessories. You can buy screw accessories. You can buy little blocks. You can buy long arms. Yeah. You can even buy an adapter for a bite alarm. So on that feeder arm, if you want to put a bite alarm on there, obviously relax in your chair, you don't have to watch your tip all the time. You know, that's the perfect thing really. You can do the same on the back. Just by using one of the other accessories, slightly longer arm, you can have a bookrest for your rod. There you go, same thing again. Foot of the rod sits on there, front of the rod sits on the front rest. You're fishing, the rod's really stable, no bank sticks in the ground that's going to fall over. Obviously, warm weather, it's difficult to get the bank stick in the ground anyway.
I think that's perfect. I mean, as you said, Rob, for years, anglers, pleasure anglers who like to fish on chairs haven't been able to arrange their kit in this way. But now, thanks to Middy and this brilliant star grip system, that's a thing of the past.
Can I show you something else, Kev? A lot of guys, obviously, we can't pick the day when we go out fishing. A lot of guys want to have a brolly. Hard ground, you're not going to get a brolly in every time. By using just a longer arm, tighten that up securely. This insert fits a brolly pole perfectly. And obviously there you go.
Yeah.
And again, because of the beauty of the system,
Nice tight, sturdy fit.
obviously the beauty of the system, we can alter the angle of that by just pulling it out and twisting it. So obviously we've got a brolly there, the wind's coming from in front of us or from behind us, we can just alter that and get the brolly exactly where we want it.
Exactly where you want it. Well, that's really impressive, I have to say. I think we'll do really well with this. I think Middy have hit on a winner here, to be honest with you.
Definitely. I mean, that's a star grip system. I think you'd be foolish not to look at it if you're looking at making your life easier when you're fishing from a chair.
And of course, you can almost let your imagination run riot.
Of course you
so much you can do with this system. Great, well thanks for coming in, Rob.
Cheers,
Really
Kev.
appreciate your time.
Thanks a lot, mate.